You are now listening to On One Radio, the talk show podcast station bringing you the realest entertainment, information, music, lifestyle, and truth and comedy shows around. This is Let's Talk. I don't count likes, calories, or blessings. I don't dine with snakes or bite my tongue. It is what it is. I am what I am. I am your host, Tony Williams. And big shout out to my new listeners and my own ones, day ones, wherever you are, whatever you're doing, much love and respect goes out to you. Now, all information and resources on this podcast are based on the opinions of the host, unless otherwise noted. All information is intended to motivate, encourage, and inspire positive change and a healthier lifestyle. I thank you so much for being here. I know it's been crazy. The new year has gotten started. We are in 2020. Hey, hello 2020. And like most of you, 2020 has brought changes and everything else. So it's just the beginning. So you know what? I wish you all the best in this new year. Life is going to be good. It's going to be changes, but it's going to be good. Now, this is a live broadcast, so if you want to call up, the number is 318-315-3971. Again, that's 318-315-3971. Now, the call may be monitored or recorded for quality assurance purposes or for security purposes. Your continued participation in the phone call serves as express consent to be monitored and or recorded. Alright, so now, getting into this, and we are doing in the news, by the way. Sorry about that. But by the way, yes, we're doing in the news today. And we got a lot going on. I mean, stuff that kind of, lingered over from last year, of course. But it is what it is, right? Okay, so I'm pretty sure you guys are aware and had your suspicions about Harvey Weinstein, yes. Yeah. Now he was charged with sex crimes in Los Angeles. Yeah. You never know what people are really doing behind closed doors, what they're really saying, how they're really feeling. Now, these charges come on the eve of jury selection in a criminal trial against Weinstein in New York, where he has been charged with felony sexual assault. Whew. Yeah, I wouldn't want that damn charge. Nah, fuck that. Y'all keep that. I ain't doing shit to get caught up like that. No. Now, Harvey Weinstein, the former film mogul, whose alleged pattern of sexual abuse fueled the Me Too movement. Now, he was charged in Los Angeles on Monday with sexually assaulting two women, according to the Los Angeles District Attorney. The charges come on the eve, of course, of the jury selection. Weinstein is being charged with raping one woman and sexually assaulting another in separate incidents on 2 consecutive days in February of 2013. Now, the district attorney's office stated an attorney for one of the women, only identified as Jane Doe 1, told news reporters in a statement that she has been working with the authorities for 2 years. 2 years. That she is thankful for her collective work that has resulted in these criminal charges against Weinstein. Attorney Dave Ring stated, now she values her privacy but will do what is necessary to obtain justice for what Weinstein did to her in 2013. Now, the woman alleged that she attended a film festival on February 17th of 2013 in which Weinstein was also in attendance. She claimed that Weinstein knocked at her door after she returned to her hotel and spoke to her briefly inside the room. Now, Weinstein then allegedly forced himself on her and raped her, according to her lawyer's statement. Now, they went on to say, we believe the evidence will show that the defendant used his power and influence to gain access to his victims and then commit violent crimes against them. Now, this is what the District Attorney Jackie Lacey stated. Now, that's adding that prosecutors were recommending bail set at $5 million. Now, if convicted as charged, he does face up to 28 years in state prison. He has denied all accusations of non-consensual sexual activity, of course. But sounds to me like they have some damn evidence on you, bruh. Sound like you fucked to me. That's just being honest about it. You did something for them to catch you in that 2 damn years, so I don't know. Because if you didn't do anything, then the 2 years would have been for nothing and they would have nothing. And nobody would be even complaining about you, dude. But I digress. Now, Lacey's office has been reviewing as many as 9 alleged sexual assault cases against him. The cases are being reviewed by the office's Entertainment Sex Crimes Task Force. Try saying that 5 times real fast. Now, Lacey stated Monday that prosecutors declined to file charges in 3 sex crimes investigations because the statute of limitation had expired. So, in this case, they are definitely taking that. They're not letting nothing go past the statute of limitations, clearly. But, I mean, how many more people are going to come forward, or how many are going to pretty much take that incident to their grave? For every 12 women that actually step out and say something, there are some who don't. Now, not saying that every female that hollers "Me Too" is actually telling the truth, because nowadays, you just don't know. So you have to really take ownership of where you go, who you're with, know the who, when, where, why, to not put yourself in a situation where you could possibly be dealing with something like this. And I know it doesn't sound fun, but it's the truth. It's just being logical about this. Now, like I said, just think of all the women who have stepped forward and think of how many more who have not for whatever their reasons are. Because a lot of women do get shamed for stepping up and saying something happened. And so some women are not strong enough to handle that. Although she may be telling the absolute truth. But there's some who are not going to say nothing because they don't want to get ridiculed. They don't want to be dragged through the media and everything else. Which is, I mean, it's understandable. But as many times as it happened, every woman needs to stand up and say no. Just like the same with men. And we wouldn't have all these Harvey Weinsteins and all this going on. So, I mean, we just really got to be vigilant, and every dollar is not worth making. Let's also throw that shit out there. Because in a lot of situations, a woman will go for where she thinks the money is. That's just being honest. It's going to be some people who are going to disagree with me, and that's fine. But for the most part, money tends to speak louder than some sweaty dude on top of them. But, I mean, that's each individual's, preference, if they want to get it like that or whatever the case may be. It is what it is for them. But you also got to take into consideration who it is you basically get into bed with. Not just saying actually getting into bed, but who you're having dealings with. Who are you connected to? How are you connected to them? What's going on with them? What's going on with you with them? We really got to be on guard. Now, the news of the charges came just hours after Rose McGowan, Rosanna Arquette, I butchered that name, and the other woman who have accused Weinstein of sexual misconduct rallied near a New York City courthouse as he arrived for the first day of his criminal trial. Yeah, I know that can't be easy. There's no way. On either side of this, I know it can't necessarily be easy. But the truth has to come out. And it's starting to come out. I mean, no matter how we twist or turn it, the truth has to come out, regardless. And it's going to. I believe that's the main thing that's supposed to happen in this process, is for the truth to come out. Now, the beginning of the criminal trial, now it came kind of quickly. Now that I'm sitting here thinking about it as well, it came kind of quickly after everything was announced. So they're not really playing no damn games with this. So hopefully, everyone is taking note of this and saying, hey, they're not fucking around. So you know what? Let's not even do none of this. Let's not even try none of this. Let's just get the pussy the right way. Hey, bitch, can I get the pussy? I can't get the pussy. Okay, I can't come at you like that. Okay. And if you don't know how to talk to women, you need to find women who will let you talk to them like that and deal with them. But just boss hogging the pussy, no, that's a no-no. That's a no-no. You can only get away with that if that's your woman and y'all both agree to that. That's like the only way you're gonna get. That's it. If you want some rough shit like that, like what they come talking about, yeah, that's what that's gonna have to end up being. Now just imagine how long this actually has been going on. So if he's using his power and everything else, how long has this been really going on? That's what I'm looking for. That's definitely what I'm looking for to come out. Because this dude, and why do they always have to throw them in a damn picture on a damn walker with the tennis balls and shit? Like they couldn't have gotten him a rolling walker. Like a good one. I guess they didn't want to spend their money on him neither. But it's a trip how these guys get away with this for so long that by the time they're caught, they're on a fucking walker. It's too many people with their hands into this for this to have gone on so long. And I'm telling you, if you think of every other story like this, this is what you're going to see. This is definitely what you're going to see when they're caught. When they're finally caught, quote unquote, they're always old. And look like they're going to probably die of a heart attack within the next few hours. I mean, and that's just being honest. Not trying to be rude to nobody, but damn, that is what it is. I mean, you catch them at this point in their lives, they're like, shit, they ready to die already. So how is that really, really punishment? If you give them 30 years or you give somebody life at that age, it don't do nothing but half-ass toy with their mind. And then you're going to end up spending more trying to watch them because they're going to fuck around and be on suicide watching shit. I just don't understand why they wait so long. Now, I'm rambling. My bad, y'all. If y'all listen to me on a regular, hell, y'all know all damn ready. Y'all know what it is. Now, as usual, he's pled not guilty in the case. But in all, more than 80 women have accused him of sexual misconduct going back decades. But the New York criminal trial centers on allegations from just 2 women. The allegations first came to light more than 2 years ago in investigative reports published by the New York Times. Now, one last part to this. Gloria Allred, the powerful civil rights lawyer who is representing Weinstein accusers in Los Angeles and New York, said in a statement, the walls of justice are closing in on him. How the casket gonna be closing in on him? I mean, with the time he gonna have, he still ain't gonna do all that time. He done had all his fun doing whatever the fuck it was he wanted to do in his youth. Now that he old, now he gotta sit in the cell. It ain't like he can really do shit now that he really would want to enjoy anyway, so being locked up, I mean, do y'all get the gist of what I'm saying? Damn it. It's just crazy to me. Maybe it's the way I look at things, but hey. Now, we do look forward to seeing the results, is what she said. She's confident that Mr. Weinstein will receive the justice that he deserves, she added. Now, in a notable development, on Monday, the judge in the case ruled that Weinstein's defense cannot call to the witness stand the New York police detective who allegedly told an accuser to delete personal cell phone files to hide them from prosecutors, according to the Manhattan District Attorney's Office. Now, see, I was waiting on the fuckery, and there's the fuckery. Can we say fuckery? Fuckery. There's always some fuckery somewhere in the shit. But like I stated before, for this man to be able to successfully get away with doing this all these decades, as was stated, there's always someone else involved. Always. Because they can't do it alone. They really can't. They got to have some type of coverage. They got to have some type of protection. And just for this, they can't call the witness to the witness stand. The New York police detective who allegedly told the accuser to delete personal cell phone files. Now, why might that be? Because they're trying to get over, right? I thought so. Now, the judge, James B. Burke, ruled that Weinstein's lawyer cannot call the New York City Police Department detective, Nicholas. Oh shit, I'm finna butcher this shit. Y'all finna get a laugh now. Nicholas DeGadio. Y'all let me know if that sound anywhere close to right. But they may question other witnesses about him. Can't call him, but they can ask people about him. Now, if they've already gotten to those people, then asking people about him is pointless. You get my drift? Now, the union representing DeGadio, Detective Endowment Association, has previously claimed he was simply trying to get to the truth and did not seek to influence the probe, according to the Associated Press. So, once again, another case, and we have the law enforcement protecting its own ass by protecting one of their officers, at least trying to. But it would make sense and it would be logical that he should get his ass up there on a damn stand and testify. Because if he said it, then why can't he say it again? He said it once. See, that's my point. It's fuckery. It's always shit in the game. Now, the women who gathered near the courthouse called for a systematic cultural change, demanding an end to sexual misconduct in workplaces across the country and what some of them described as widespread victim blaming. And they're calling it a time's up on sexual harassment in all workplaces. Time's up on blaming survivors. Time's up on empty apologies without consequences. And time's up on the pervasive culture of silence that has enabled abusers like Weinstein. Well, all right, Arquette. You say that then. So, I mean, there comes a point in time where you do. The foolishness has to stop. There are consequences. I mean, what are laws for if there are no consequences? So they're telling the truth on that. It's just that nowadays it's so hard. If it was not already hard on those who have been assaulted, it's even more so now because there's a lot of victim shaming and blaming. like I stated before, it makes it hard for them to want to come out and say something. And it's for various reasons. Well, it is time's up for that. It's time out for that. Everyone has the right to speak. Everyone has every right to say what it is they want and don't want physically, mentally, emotionally, you know. It's all there. Use it. But so many are suppressed and threatened and whatever else and bullied and some of everything to be quiet, or being told that no, it didn't happen, it's not real, or you're just sensitive and this, that, and the other. You hear all types of things. You will be surprised. Let's see, this is a high stakes trial right here. Now McGowan, the actress and activist who has accused Weinstein of rape, paid tribute to the women who are scheduled to testify during the criminal trial, stating that they stood for many other accusers who may not get the chance to speak in court. Now, I'm going to go out on a limb here and say this is for everyone who really cannot due to various reasons. And the statute limitation, that definitely for those women. But it's a lesson in it all. And it went on to say that they are standing up for us, and I'm immensely proud of them. And that's what McGowan told reporters. And definitely high stakes. Now, there's always the idea that he'll get off, you know, with a little slap on the wrist or whatever. Maybe he'll try to buy his way out. Who knows? But as it develops, you know, I'm going to definitely let you guys know. But just like we know, in our legal system, there are cracks and loopholes and things of that nature. But hopefully this trial will help in the long run other women and even men, because they go through it as well. They may not speak up for pride or shame or whatever the case may be for them, but it happens to them as well. So hopefully this case will open up a lot of people's eyes in everywhere to just, you know, hey, be straight up with people and do shit the right way, really, right? Like, what's so hard about that? And the bad part is, now they have photos. Ooh, that's not a good thought image bubble there. That is so fucked up. Because these are naked pictures, y'all. Now, I'm not looking at the shit, of course. Don't even, no. But the authorities do have 72 pictures of Weinstein in the buff. Now, these were shot by investigators from the Manhattan District Attorney's Office during the probe of his alleged sex crimes. Alright? So, yeah, I'm not trying to see this. I don't know if it's out there or what the case may be on that. I ain't trying to see his old wrinkled up ass balls. I don't, no. No. No, I don't, And that could humiliate him. It could. Because they're posting that shit everywhere. Saying that they could really humiliate this man, but no, him getting up in there behind some walls, well, some cell walls, and be with some fellas, some pretty big, monstrous built fellas that don't look like him. Now that first night, he probably feels some humiliation and amongst other things, but I doubt this really humiliate him. Oh, at 67, no, it's not gonna humiliate him. Because 9 times out of 10, with everything stated that he's done and been doing for decades, he's a narcissist. So what he imagines and sees is not even in reality. It's not based in reality. It's what he sees. And he in his mind he's the shit, and they're wrong for calling him out, and they should have just enjoyed what, the privilege of being with him. Not saying he said that, but you see where I'm going with that. But it's just being honest about it. 9 times out of 10, when people do that, that's what that's about. It's how they see things, how they feel about that only. Like, not taking into consideration anyone else or how they actually feel or what they're actually going through at that moment before they just load their lap full of bullshit. Especially bullshit, saggy, wrinkly, ugly balls. I'm just saying. Yeah, I'm just saying. But hey, you guys, thank you so much for listening. Thank you for sticking with me through the first season, which is the first year. So we are going into season 2. And hey, we're trying to make this season be a bang. With y'all's continued support, I will keep pushing and doing what I'm doing for y'all. Yes. Now, if you know an artistic mind who deserves a little bit of podcast love and talent recognition, email on1radiotalk@gmail.com and put your email to the attention of Artist Highlights. And if you got some BS for the BS of the day, email on1radiotalk@gmail.com. Place it to the attention of BS of the day. Yes. And if you're looking for more, you can go over on YouTube. The channel name is Tony on One. Check out Facebook, On One Radio. We have a Facebook page there. Like that. And while you're on Facebook, check out On One's Day One's private Facebook group. Get all the behind the scenes, just get right in the mix of everything that's On One Radio. Communicate with others who like the same. This has been Let's Talk. And you have been listening to On One Radio, the talk show podcast station. Thank you for taking the time to listen to my talk show podcast. I wish you the best, and don't allow anybody to fuck up your vibes, alright? I have been your host, Tony Williams.